This velvet effect. So I put a little bit of glue or varnish or whatever you want to use, and I put this here just to have it handy. You want to use either a fine brush or a toothpick. I'll be using a toothpick just because he has all these motifs on his armor. The idea is you don't want the velvet obviously on his on the gold details, and you don't want to accidentally get glue on them because they're gonna look fluffy at the end, and you don't want that look on the gold details. You just want the rest to be velvet, and those we want to paint gold like we painted the margin. This gives me control, and I also have a Q-tip handy. In case I make a mistake, I can just wipe it off. I'll probably get some more Q-tips. The glue, this is what I was saying, you don't want a glue that dries very fast, because you won't have time to spread it around and arrange it as you want to. You still want to work in small sections, so I'm doing something like this, probably this area, and then I'm gonna apply the fluff. And with the toothpick, you see I'm going and spreading the glue in between the sculpt, just for the fibers to have something to attach to. Like always, start with the most complicated part. Start with the smallest sculpt to get the difficult part out of the way, because then it's gonna be easier. So I'm gonna do something like this. Then you take it with your hand, and careful not to get it into the glue that you have on your hand. You liberally want to apply it on top. Yeah, liberally. Or using a paper plate, just because obviously we're gonna be reusing what it's falling off. You're not gonna throw it away. And then you use your finger and you press it down. You don't rub it, you don't move it around, you just press it down. I'm over applying fibers, as you can see. Yeah? You give it a little bit of a shake. Then we're still gonna be using a brush after it dries. It's good to work in various sections. So now, because I'm gonna let this dry, I'm gonna move to another section or to his body. Yeah? And you want to do this everywhere where the velvet should be. That's how the hand will look like. And in inside, I'm gonna be using 2 paper plates. So I'm gonna wipe this off on another plate. And do the same on the torso. Let it dry, let it for 1 hour to dry, yeah? What to do once it's dry is you want to take a brush that's a little bit stiff and start wiping everything. The idea is that you want to remove all the excess velvet and obviously leave the motif exposed, so we can go and paint it with gold. So quite intensively, because it should be dry and you don't want a huge amount of velvet on him. Yeah, quite intensively, just rub it to expose pretty much back the motif. There will be spots where it glued to the gold part, and just don't stress about it, and clean them with a Q-tip dipped in some alcohol or nail polish removal. So you want a solvent. Everything that's here remaining, you put it back into the jar, yeah, and you're gonna reuse it some other time. Now I just got some alcohol here, whatever the motif is, I'm going with the Q-tip on top of it to remove if something got stuck to it. There will be some, and it's okay because in a way it's a transfer, but most of it you want to remove it. Something here it got glued quite a bit. You don't really care if it removes some of the velvet that's around it, because as we mentioned, you want it uneven. That's the whole idea of velvet. And you obviously don't care if it removes the paint that the motif was painted in, which should be your primer, because you're gonna put that intensive marker up next. And in the end it will look something like this, because I've done that. The approach is the same. You drag it all throughout.